मलाई सुनको तारा खसाइदेऊ यो तारा मात्र हैन जुन पनि झारिदेऊला.
This pointed ridge that you see is known as Dalim Kot. So if you look into the old Bhutan map, you will see that the Dalim Kot is there into the Bhutan map. Okay, because that was the place where we had a zong. In the olden days, the ruins of the zong is still there. But this area was mostly ruled by the Lepcha people. So the Lepcha people, when they ruled this area, the Dalimkot and the Damsangari, the Dalimgari and the Damsangari, both of which were forts actually. So they paid revenue to the Druk Deshu, to the Druk king over there. They paid the revenue over there. So when you sit on the top over there, you can see the entire plains going up to Bangladesh. From the top over there, entire plains up to Bangladesh, and sitting at the top over there, you can see the entire peaks up to your Bhutan, inside Bhutan. So finally the Lepchas and the Dukpa people, they had war among themselves very often, and then with the help of the Britishers, the rest of it is history. 1865, the Sinchula Treaty, and that is how this entire stretch came under India on a later stage. So this was the area which was regularly ruled by the small princes and the small kings, like the Lepcha king was here, the the Kuch Bihar king, the Jalpaiguri king. So all this vast area was under the different kings, and from time to time, the Ahoms used to attack, the Gorkha kings used to attack, and the Dukpa kings used to attack from the top. So they wanted to occupy this area because this was the transition area. The rivers that we see, this was the riverine route. So traders used to come by because there were no roads. So they came by the riverine routes, and at these places they would change to people back, to horseback, to mule back, to elephant back, and then go all the way through Bhutan into Tibet. So this was a major trade route, and these points were places where they had to change. So there were these famous ghats over here. So when we came through Odlabari, Odlabari is one of the oldest ghats that we see. In the same way, there were different ghats all the way next to the rivers, which did the trade exchange between the different today's countries that we see. Because in those days the countries were different, now the countries are different. So there was this exchange of trade from here, and the revenue used to be paid to the kings or the lords who can go round. That was supposed to be a wood in the olden times and go round. So that represents the air. Then that represents the fire. And in the top, usually where you see the Norbugang, or you have the sun and the moon on the top, that represents the ether. Okay. So it's a wonderful mission. You go clockwise around that. क्या से 40 बुक लगा नहीं लगाना has been
You're explaining, I'll make a record.
no, you don't have to record. You can keep it in mind.
It will become a dietary note.
This has been dedicated to Atisha, Atish Dipankara, who helped to establish, because Guru Rinpoche brought in Vajrayana to Tibet, to Bhutan, to all these places. Whereas it was Atisha who created the grammar. So it is he was the founder of the Kadampa sect, and he was the one who translated the entire Nalanda knowledge into Tibetan knowledge, Tibetan language, later to be translated into Azonka and the other languages. So he was the main person to actually put the seed and develop the ground for Buddhism in this entire Himalayan area.
So basically, sir, this is a contribution for...
This has been dedicated to Atisha by the local
community.
Tamang, Sherpas, Dukpas who are over here, the Buddhist community. They have dedicated this to Atisha.
This is part of Gorubathan, no, sir?
This is part of Gorubathan, so you can go in, please.
So if the travelers wanted to come from Bhutan, they can come to Bagdogra. From the Bagdogra, they can stay at Taniska house and live
From
2 hours.
Bagdogra, it takes only 2 hours to reach.
Yeah. Even the Calcutta.